Well, for most people, this would be an absolutely terrible idea. But for me, it makes perfect sense. Fresh snowfall, completely untested, unfinished 60 Series Land Cruiser. I always say anything in life that's worth doing is worth overdoing. Look, if I'm gonna give this thing its first test run, I might as well give it its first test run, if you know what I'm saying. Hope the four-wheel drive works. We've made it probably 20 miles so far. I'm heading up into the mountains. I'll give you a weather update coming up, let you know exactly what we're in for. Well, I tried to go up my first hill. It's actually really steep to get into the area that I go, and they plowed this area. It looks like about 2 feet of snow hit up here. Problem is, it's pure ice. Like, I'm just spinning. I got up to a place up there, I'm just spinning on ice. I'm gonna give it one more. I backed all the way down. I can't even get going on this hill. It just spins in place. It's so icy. Maybe second gear start. I'm just literally spinning in place. I don't think that bodes well for going up there then getting stuck. I don't know where I can turn around. I'm just really spinning in place, huh? Well, that was, I wouldn't say it was a fail, but I went up in, I'm still up in the mountains right now. I'm at lower elevation where the snow is patchy, but I was up farther, and you can see what a gorgeous day it is out. Look at this. Nothing but sunshine. And I mean, I don't know what the temp is, because this thing doesn't have any of those modern amenities like telling you what the temperature is. But because it's been really warm today, it's still only about 10 o'clock in the morning, I think. It took me a while to get started. I had to shovel this out. I had to shovel the taco out, get this out, and load it up with stuff. Check this out. I'll show you my loadout on the old 60 series here. All right. Table, kitchen bags, storage bag, water, got my chair, my cooker, my bag. I got my food right there, my camera bags, and up there hiding is 4 Max Tracks and a shovel. I only got my one good seat in so far. 4 Max Tracks and a shovel. I think that there's so much, look at, this is all melted here. It's where everyone comes in and turns around. It's a big hiking area, so there's usually a lot of Subarus here. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head over to the desert, maybe. See if I can do something over there. I tell you, I'm out with the 60 and it's running good. Like, I'm not even thinking about that. I couldn't go there, so I turn on coming back. I'm like, dang, this thing is doing okay. It's making some clicking sounds up front, like maybe Burfield kind of CV joint is click, 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 click. I don't know, maybe something. But this is its first go. Like, I'm gonna put some miles on it today, as if it allows me, and see what's wrong, what could be wrong with it. All right. All right, well, I've just arrived in a desert location. Wow, how pretty is the high desert with snow. You guys have seen this location before. And again, I always do this, but where I was earlier, those mountains over there. See the big tall ones? It's really sunny out. I've got no, I got no nothing on this, but there's no awning, so it's really, probably, I don't know. It's just really sunny and beautiful. Man, the high desert, there's about, I don't know, this much snow. And then underneath it is that wet red clay. So coming through here, I was actually driving in 4 low just to kind of get a feel for the gears. Third gear, like just to cruise on kind of a semi-rough road is pretty good. And then when it gets a little rougher, second gear, it's just crawling, so it's perfect. But you can see I've got a little river running through here. It's a good location. Woo, what a day so far, man. Oh, can I just say how good this thing is doing? Meaning it hasn't broken down on me. That's what I mean by doing good. Wow, what a day so far. So the sun is so nice. You can see I took off my flannel, even though it's still around 38 degrees, I think, Fahrenheit. You can see my breath. You know, it's cold, but because there's no wind and that sun, oh, it feels so good. Feels like springtime is on its way. I can already feel the days getting longer. Got up this morning at 5:30. I could start to see sunlight at 6, you know, really far away, and it's just good. I love the longer days. So today, my main goal was to take a chance and get the 60 out and drive it. It literally, just a quick little backstory on it. This thing, I bought it, it was sitting in a field. It hadn't been touched in over 10 years. It had, unfortunately, a lot of fuel in it, which over 10 years as it went and evaporated, it turned into tar and sludge. So I put a fuel injection system on here, changed the oil, desmogged the unit, did the engine, did what I could just to try and get the thing to see where I'm at, to get a starting point. Does it run? Does it drive? Will it idle? Will it die on me in a turn lane with 10 cars behind me? All this stuff. Does it, you know, well, I was battling with it forever because of the fuel tank. So I finally got a new fuel tank. I got it running just this last week, and here I am, I'm out here. Untested. I don't know if I changed the oil, the diff oils, the tranny oil, and the transfer case oil. I did all the oils, the engine oil, obviously, again, for a starting point. This morning, driving that way, that was about 40 miles. And then I came back 40 miles and came at least another 40 miles this way. So, you know, what is that? 120 miles so far today on something I just literally started up and took off. I had to shovel all the snow off of it, but that's what we're doing today. I got a little breakfast cook I'm doing here. Kind of really impromptu. There's nothing formal about this one. I've got corned beef hash. I've got butter, Swedish yellow potatoes. I've got some chorizo. I've got an avocado. I got some cheese and some tortillas. All right, here we go. So here's what I got. Eggs, home fried potatoes, corned beef hash, chorizo, avocado, cheddar cheese, and tortillas. I'm gonna start assembling. Going full healthy again today. What? That was so good. I'll pound this sucker. So the chorizo is pretty hot. No reason to add any hot sauce to it. This is a big one. This is a big one. Perfect. These big ones, once you start eating them, you gotta go all the way through. Just gotta go all the way through and eat it. Can I say how ridiculous this is? Mmm. So good. The creaminess of the avocado against the spiciness of the chorizo is good. Corned beef hash and the potatoes. Mmm. And then the eggs, those are the brown eggs, like I don't know, whatever. They're really good. They're perfect. You're out on a camping trip and you got a full day of off-roading ahead of you before your next camp. This is the kind of stuff you need. If you're going to be like winching or digging, getting stuck, you need some of that energy food. That's what this is right here, full on healthy. Mmm. It's so good. Chorizo is really good. I like it. I only made half of it. The wind has picked up a little bit. I had to put my flannel back on. So, great food once again. This one, it was like a little bit more involved just because I had so many different components to it. I had to you have to prioritize your cooking order. But this video, or at least my adventure, is far from over. Unlike normal videos, I could just say, all right, I'm out of here and have a confident drive home. Well, I got to get out of this high desert area, and then I've got about 40 miles once I hit pavement to get back home. Normally, no big deal, but I'm still in the test phases of this bad boy. Too good. This view over here, just off the chain. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. So good. I need a little quick nap and then I'll pack up and get back on the road. Well, I made it back to pavement. It's literally right here. So I got 40 miles to go and we're good to go. Listen to the old girl purr. A lot of mud, the snow all melted on the road coming out, so muddy, but not too bad. These tires aren't poking out of the fenders as much as my other vehicles, so doesn't throw the mud as much. But this was a little surprise for me and for you guys. Just going for it, getting the 60 and getting it out, getting started with this old school Overlander thing. Tell you, this thing is a ton of fun to drive. You're shifting the gears, you know, you're into it. You're all in, you know, there's no time, you can't not think about what you're doing. And so far so good. My goal is to now work on some finer details, get this thing, you know, the interior is all ripped apart, but those will all be in the project videos, and then the adventure videos will be called Old School Overlander with the 60 series. All right, everybody, that is it for me. Beautiful day, sun's still shining. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next weekend.